Hi guys, welcome to my virtual machine here. I've just finished the video how to stay rolling, and this time there is nothing really difficult about it. And let me just show you, if you update the system and the package is already here on seedhost and will later be put elsewhere because it's copy pasted over to others. This is the package that normally tells you what to do. So, sorry, not cache, bin. So bin stands for binaries, binary stands for applications, and the bin, our bin, right, home Eric bin, contains nice stuff. People know that. And there is the Star Wars. My eye fell on it. Let's see if that still works. It's really neat little trick. You're connecting to a server and the story of Star Wars starts in a TTY, in a terminal, right? Let's see if that works. And then there are so many things like a mouse face and all that. Little things, and the skull puke, or the skull puke, stuff like that. It's all fun and games in here, but there's also work in here. There's the main fixes, fix this, fix that, some key problems. Linux LTS, you want to install it or delete it, which is pretty simple. Sudo pacman -s and Linux -LTS, right? That's it. But okay, it's there. Nemesis repo, Samba applications to have Samba. We have the HAT, but it's here. You want to have a swap size, or you used Calamars to have a swap file, but want to change the size. Voila, later on, little things, but also the stay rolling, which is now changed. Well, Star Wars is down, I see. So if you do a skel, right, something happens, and you watch the video here on the explanations, ArcoLinux.com, updating your system with skel and still keeping your own settings, right? It's overwriting stuff, but it's also adding stuff. And I've made a new directory, so yes. And as you see, I've done it already, going from November to December. And what's in here is nothing to do, right? Just a file name with nothing in it. But sometimes we have to do something because there was a decision from Arch to do this and to do that. And then we say, here's a script. And here we're going to install Linux firmware QLogic to get rid of the messages inside make init cpio. So things like that. Then we don't have to think about it. We just go to the month, and each time around we just say, let's run it. But in this case, nothing to run. So that's how we stay rolling. This is not a video how to stay rolling. This is the video how to, what's new on our ArcoLinux ecosystem, because it's not an ISO anymore, right? It has so many potential. There's ArcoLinuxISO.com, Carly, to learn how to build ISOs. There is ALCI. There is so many things, right? But what have we done lately? That's the question that you might have. ArcoLinux.info. Let's see if we can get it already. So let me do a cache clean. Let's pause. Voila, the cache is out. And you'll see that there is a new article in a week, right? A few days actually, right? This weekend. What have we been doing last month? That's the question. Many new desktops have arrived. We are working today on the ISO builder on CH, and then just read the last three letters. It's a DWM fork. And we've made it, of course, the way we like it, but it's still very much the look and design of the developer of CHADWM. Just a few things extra, a few workspaces extra, a few icons extra. Not that many changes at all, because we like it the way it is. So there is just one package that's a bit strange about this desktop. It's not really a desktop. It's actually an application that you run, that you make, and sudo make install, stuff like that. So it's technical, it's difficult to patch all these things because it's like DWM, it's like Dusk. So now we have 3 DWM desktops at this point in time. More info can be found on the developer, so cdoc here, and this is an image, another image. So we do some coloring and some theming if you install the ArcoLinux B CHA DWM. Alright, so this is the folder where you make and sudo make install many videos. Let's see how many videos. 17 videos already created about CHA DWM, right? So have a look at it. If tiling window managers are your thing, then yeah, then please be my guest and explore this. There's a new desktop, Pantheon, that was already added inside ATT. We'll see it later in the article. But we also have now an ArcoLinux B ISO. So if you want to go for that one, be my guests. And it's coming from Elementary. So if you like this, but you say, right, I always say go to the original. If you like Cinnamon, go to Linux Mint. If you like this Elementary look, all right, then you go to Elementary, not stay in Arch. Why? There is no link, there's nothing that binds you to Arch, right? Just use Linux. That's our goal, that you are on Linux, whatever Linux. So this is the look. It's okay, it's has been fun. How to build ArcoLinux B Pantheon. So many, like usual, right? Everything new results in all kinds of posts. How to build an ISO, how to change an ISO, how to install the ArcoLinux B Pantheon, and even very technical or more technical, how to install the ArcoLinux D and then Pantheon, but not with click, 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 but via scripts and via columnars, right? So all the options have been covered so they can learn. That's the goal. Berry is another desktop, and as you see in the picture, it's not a tiling window manager, it floats around, and a few packages are needed, but it can also be installed in ArcoLinux Tweak tool. We've also, if I'm not mistaken, we do also have a ISO. Let me quickly check it so that I don't say rubbish in the video, but I think we do. There's just one we haven't done, and that's Worm, because he stopped somewhere at 80%. So indeed, this Berry guy has its own very own ISO. So that just means that you can restrict yourself to one desktop. In this case, that's it. How to install and use Berry, and here's the Worm, who does not have a ArcoLinux B guy, but you can install with ATT later, and that will be fine as well. So how to install it, and how to use it, and how to remove it. Enlightenment got a B version as well. So maybe as a summary, I'll just read all the Bs that we're gonna put online. Berry, CHDWM, Hyper, which still comes. We call Light, Enlightenment we call Light because of the word, it's just too long. So ArcoLinux B Light is Enlightenment, okay? And then ArcoLinux B Pantheon, we have put extra the ArcoLinux B Extended, because Extended is a promotion for the tiling window managers, and there are now, I believe, 12, if I remember correctly, 12 tiling managers on one ISO. So you can play a lot. And of course then the core ISOs, D, XL, XS, LTS, XS, and XS, XL0, and XS Zen. And then we've got the overview. So Enlightenment is gonna look like this. How to install ArcoLinux B Enlightenment. There's a little bit of knowledge that you need here because of the way Enlightenment boots up, and I wanted to stay strict to the original settings, right? Not put in my own settings. I had a lot of settings some years ago, and I said, no, I don't want the user to have my settings. Let's just get rid of everything and just keep it very, very original. So how to build the ArcoLinux B alignment ISO, all these videos have been created. We've taken it even one step further with Hyper. We wanted to explain how to create something from scratch for the distro builders, right? How do I start, even think and start making ISOs like that with a desktop I've never seen before, Hyper. So a workflow video, how to make things, and see me making a mistake and ending up in a version i3. So it is always trial and error. So don't think you're alone in that matter. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has to reinvent themselves and say, okay, that doesn't work, I'll find another way, right? Because there are different ways to roam. There are. And in the end, it boils down to the knowledge of the builder. If he's going to go for C++ or Python or Bash or stuff like that. We see it in all the distros that people with background knowledge, of course, tend to use their own knowledge, right? Choices, as usual, choices. So interesting stuff if you want to learn more. And then there is a gathering of all kinds of things down here. We've changed, well, we've chosen to use just the one. So everything that's colored is used and not this guy. So only Ubuntu is really used. And if that fails, then you use another one, another one, another one. When do we need keys? We need them when we build packages from the AOR. Then they ask, can you accept this thing or download the key from blah, 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 and they say yes, and then it says key server failed or something, right? That means many things. It can be so many things, like also ports. If there are firewalls and routers and ISP, so where you buy your internet from, he can block things. But that's the thing you need to check wherever you live, in whatever country, whatever building you live. You have to check that. And then of course, if all is well and you end up to the key server, there should be a response. And well, voila, lately this one has been best in responding and giving me keys. So let's put that one step ahead of everybody else. But if it fails, just hashtag in front and choose try one of the others. Often they do mention it on the AOR, ArchWiki AOR, that website. They mention import this key and just copy paste that into a terminal and that will be okay. So yeah, the XenMod Edge, we're waiting for the AOR to come online again. So what's happening to the Linux XenMod Edge? Well, it's gone. Simple. So instead of the Edge, we have now the RT, TT, and NBox. So 1 down, 3 extra means we still have 2 more, right? So that's it. You can choose whatever you like. RT stands for real time, and I think this stands for task scheduler or task something with task. Check out the xenmod.org website. Task with the T. I thought task scheduler, but something else. And NBox is for Android, but play around with it, test them out, see if it's better. There's little or no information about these kernels, basically. If you are in the possession of a link somewhere that explains more in detail what actually is the difference, I've tried to make a video about it, but it's very limited indeed. This is the information about it. So if you have more info, please share it with me underneath this video. We've added BTRFS maintenance. So if you decide to have BTRFS as a file, as a partitioning inside our calamares, and have that hard disk SSD NVMe formatted as BTRFS, then also select these guys, right? This is providing all the tools from Garuda. These tools are from, not all of them, right, are from Garuda. BTRFS Assistant and BTRFS Maintenance are Garuda tools. We can use them as well because basically we are mimicking the structure and all that, and of course that will work. There's some videos online I've made only a few days ago, and that's cool to show you that you have this kind of time machine. If you know Mac, then you can go back in time. So if a system fails or a package is not working anymore and it's vital you have a printout or something, right? Vital you have it right now, you can just go back in time, everything gets reset and up your printing, for example. So there you go, an extra package. This is part of BTRFS Assistant, but do watch some videos and then you know. So go back in time, put into a previous configuration, example and test, because of a user saying this and this and that, and said, okay, let's just quickly test. That's how we do it. And all is well. Another user asked me what welcome app. I like to make a distro and I would like to use some kind of welcome app to greet the users. And I went on a rampage, so to speak, and I've added 9 videos all about all kind of different welcome apps, and of course also ours, but Mint Welcome is here, Chaos, Cache OS, wow, Hello is there, Xello Welcome is here, and so on, Manjaro Hello app. So we just take a look at what's available in the Linux world to greet the user, say hi, welcome to our distribution, and so on and so on. So that's for distro developers or distro builders. Learn how to explore a TWM you've never seen before. So here is the video, the workflow video of Hyper. I've never installed it, never seen it before. What do you do, right? If only I had this video like 5, 6, 7 years probably ago for i3. I just got stuck in a black screen and that was it. So now I know so much more, and voila, I'm sharing that for the next tiling window manager, which will probably happen. So the tweak tool, we have 5 new desktops. There is Pantheon, which was already in the ATT. There was Enlightenment, which was already in the ATT, and the new guys are now in as well. Berry, CHA, DWM, and Worm. Those are here. Click, installed, hub, change, log out, log in, done. At some point in time, I believe somebody said, Eric, you should make some nice themes for i3. And I thought, why, right? But okay, the question stuck, and I've made this. ArcoLinux i3 WM DB Nemesis kit. I was working on left WM, always on DB Nemesis. And I said, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to convert any of our left WMs, and that's maybe an idea for you guys, right? Any of our left WMs, polybar, looks, designs, can be changed to work on i3. It's not that hard, is it? Challenge. Try it out. So this is what I did. I told i3, switch in polybar, which is easy. You launch the ArcoLinux tweak tool, you say go for polybar, boom, save. Then you've got a polybar. And then you have to say, look, don't use the default polybar, use mine. And that's basically what we did in this package, right? So you just copy paste this guy and you got it. And here you change again. You change the content of this up here. That's all. Different polybar, different look, i3. Yeah, at last month in September we saw a lot of Grub things, right? And together with that, it seems we've lost the ability to install Grub on an F2FS formatted system. So it's safer to just omit it for this time, so that users don't then end up in, was it 80% or something, or was it in the beginning? I don't recall. But we got a big fat error if we chose, it was in the end, if we chose F2FS. So you went through all the efforts of clicking everything, and then near the end it says, nope, won't do it, because at the end the Grub partitioning came, right? It's somewhere down here. And it says, unknown system, I stop with this thing, right? So it's no longer here, and we'll just see if it ever comes back. we're good and we're golden with all these things. There are enough choices. So what's new? That's the video I'm making now. This guy is gonna come in here. The video how to steer rolling, we've done it. There was nothing special. If you don't want to watch, fine. Only remember in the future, Arch Linux key rings first, then all the rest. And that's it for me. So on the whole, if you watch all this, has been a busy month, right? You're always amazed if you try to summarize a month's work that you say, my God, I've done a lot of work. So okay, enjoy our new releases. The ArcoLinux, let's go over it for one last time. Berry is coming, CHADWM, so the ArcoLinux Bs, right? I'm just showing you, telling you the, well, I can show you as well. Let me just move this one over here. Better to show you. So we're gonna release the Berry, we're gonna release CHDWM, we're gonna release Hyper, we're gonna release Enlightenment. Remember that one, people will forget what's light. Enlightenment, it's just too long. Pantheon is here, extended 12 tiling manager, 12 tiling manager, and OpenBox, right, as the default backup. Failback, or that's a fail safe, that's the word. So the D, of course the D, XL, of course the XL, and then we got all these smaller ISOs, less software ISOs. XS with an LTS kernel, XS with a Linux kernel, XS with a XenMod kernel, and with the Zen kernel. And that's it for us today, this month. All right, enjoy ArcoLinux, enjoy learning. Cheers.